Yeah, so I'm just stating the question again. Sum of interior angles in a 10-sided polygon. Okay, so I'll just 1 second, just wait for I'll just wait for the other person also. So yeah, I don't know, she has not joined. Yeah, we want the in some of the angles, not the sides. I think you're on mute, so I couldn't hear you. But anyways, no, the point is that um, we want the angles, some of the angles. Angles, okay? So let's see. So for in a triangle, the sum of the angles is 180-degree, right? We know that. Like if
360 degrees.
let's see. So you have to think. So this is 70, this will be 110. The figure is awfully incorrect. Okay.
Okay.
So some of the interior
Sir,
angles.
sir, it will be 180.
No. Let's think. So, Adityan, I'm drawing this figure here, okay? And I
Okay.
want you to explain to all of us, okay, what the answer, because I think, right, and from the perspective of what we have done right now, okay, like using the triangle thing, okay? Please explain to all of us, okay, because we have discussed this with you, so let's see, it will be a good thing for you also. So hopefully, this is 1, 2, 3,
In a
4,
10-sided polygon.
yeah, let me just finish the figure.
Okay.
1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So probably 9, and this would be 10. So maybe you can use the figure as a reference and use the triangles and all that to explain that what will the answer be and why will it be. Yeah.
So in a 10-sided polygon, the triangles which will be inside it is gonna be 10 minus 2, which is 8.
Which
So
we
there
just
will be 8.
observed. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be 8 triangles inside this polygon.
Can you just show? Can you divide it into 8 triangles and show us so that it will be more concrete? Any way you can divide, it doesn't matter.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. It's going good. Let's see.
Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then
No, I think it's not your fault. It's because I have drawn a 9-sided figure. Right? Yeah. So I'll just make this 9 and make this 7. Yeah. So let's not change the figure. You go ahead. I'll make this 9 and there are 7 triangles. You see, another thing that is very magical here. I'll just interrupt you. Another thing that's very interesting here is that even when you are dividing this triangle in your own sweet way, you are still ending up with 7.
Yes.
Right? If someone else divides it in some other way, we still end up with 7. That is a very interesting thing. Yeah. But anyways, go ahead.
So in each triangle there will be 180 if we add all the angles. Interior angles. So it's going to be 180 into 7, which is going to be
right.
So
Good.
it is 1260.
1260. Very good.
Yeah.
So Raghav's calculations are lightning fast. So this is one he just say, even I didn't know how he got it. So that's nice. Very good. Yeah. So it's 1260. Very good. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but if it's in a 10-sided polygon, then it's going to be 144.
Very nice. Yeah, so quite fast. It's very good. Yeah. So good. The speed is important. Yeah. But most importantly, the concept. Does everybody get the concept, right? In a triangle, we divide it into 7, like in a 9-sided figure. I'm sorry, in a 9-sided figure, you have 7 triangles. This is the combinatorial side of the thing. Okay. And now the geometry tells us that since every piece is 180 degrees, the total angles will be, yeah, like for example, this angle will be divided, the contribution will come from this part and this part, right? And this angle contribution will come from 4 different, but it will come. Okay. So finally we'll end up adding all. So remember, our goal is to add up all these angles, only these angles. Okay. So just to make sure that we are not adding anything extra when we are dividing into triangles. Okay. Very good. So you see, Adityan, this is like a slightly different way to do the question that we had done long time back. Okay. Slightly different way, not really a very different way. Okay. Very good. So is it clear to everyone? If someone is not clear,
Yes,
please
sir.
ask.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Yeah. Please ask. Okay, nice. So it's very good that is clear. Okay. Now we know that if you divide an n-sided figure, it will get n minus 2 triangles. Okay. Now let me twist the question. So the proof part, let me give it after this then. Okay. Now the question is, how many different ways to divide it into triangles? This is a harder question. Let me explain what the question means first. This will not have an easy answer. Okay. Different ways to divide a figure into triangles. So let me give you an example first. Let's start with a pentagon. Okay. So let's see. So if you have, so we'll take a regular pentagon. Why we are taking a regular pentagon? Because we realized that our answer is not going to depend on the geometry. That's an observation I had made a while back, right? That the answer of number of triangles and so on does not depend on the geometry. Okay, so we can divide it anyhow we like. I mean, I'm saying that, no. I mean, we can take the figure, whatever the figure can be, as long as it looks like a pentagon. So it is best, it's in our best interests, right, to take a regular pentagon. It seems like that, right? So let's take a regular pentagon, and this time let's do labeling. Okay, so A1, A2. So those of us who may find this labeling a little weird, just remember that this is nothing. I'm just doing A subscript 1, A subscript 2, just to depict that second side, third side. I have abandoned the scheme of using letters for different letters because we might run out of letters. Okay, so yeah, this is the thing. So let me show what I'm trying to ask. Okay, this is a very interesting question. It leads to a garden of problems. Okay, Catalan garden that's what it's called. Okay, both ways. Anyways, so we know that we will get 3 triangles, right? Sir, in all there are 16 ways to divide triangles. 16 ways. Okay, so Raghav is already, I think 16 is a bit too much, but I'll still write it here. Let's see, we'll observe it in the end. 16 seems to be a lot, but if he has actually done all those 16, then it's very interesting actually. Yeah, never mind. So there are these 5 triangles, okay, of this pentagon. Now let's look at what I'm asking first. Maybe if the question is not very clear, then there's a potential to get it wrong. So there is this one here and there is this one here, right? This is one way to divide. We will always get 3 triangles, but that's not my question. My question is how many different ways are there to do that? How many different ways are there to slice the figure? This is one way. Is that right? So that's one. Maybe what I'll do is I will draw another figure, okay? Just so that we understand, just so that we see a few of them side by side, I'll just draw different figures. Okay, 16 might actually be correct, and that would be a very interesting to hear him say how he got it. But let's just take a few more. So once again, just give me some time, just mark it out. A3, A4, A5. So let me give you a different kind of breaking, okay? So maybe something like this.
Sir, 5.
Okay, so you are saying 5, okay? Let me.
Because we can draw from all the vertices.
Okay, that looks like a strong candidate now. Okay, let's see. So there are 2 already here, And as people can imagine, there will be other ways, right? As Adityan is saying, that if you draw from the other vertex, in that way, we will get family of 5. Okay, that way we will get 5. But can we get more? That is a question. Any more? Can we get any more kind of this like not even math, it's just like designing, right? Design. Okay, any more divisions? Because so Raghav is saying 16. Raghav, how do you get 16? Do you think 16 is too much? Right? It's too big, right? Yeah. Yeah, so 16 seems to be incorrect, right? So Suparna, what do you think? Do you think we'll get any more? Any more kinds of divisions?
No.
No, right? Yeah, it seems like 5 is all, right? It's correct. Yeah, so I'm actually so indeed the answer is 5.
Yeah, because only from all the vertices, 2 lines can be drawn at a time to divide it into 3 triangles without overlapping.
Without overlapping. Very good. Yeah, that's important. Yeah, because so one way someone can try to confuse us is they can say that, okay, why does it have to? Why do 2 things have to come from one vertex? But that is a necessity, right? Because if you draw any line, right, and the third line however you draw, you can't draw with the crossing, right? You can't join it with a side. So you have to draw like this, and so one vertex have to have 2 sides coming out, 2 lines coming out. So it will be like this only. So the answer is indeed 5. Okay, 5 ways to divide. But again, how did we use could we use a formula? No, right? We had to explicitly count it. We don't have a better way to do it, isn't it? So for a 5-sided polygon, the answer was 5. So now I'll remove the figure and I will just write it. So I'll note it here, maybe in the corner. For a 5-sided, answer is 5 ways. Okay. Now, if we make a 6-sided polygon, then what do you think? How many ways will be there? Yeah. Anyone? Same question for 6-sided, so that maybe we can see a pattern, because right now we are almost clueless of how to have a formula. Though there is a formula, but it's quite a complicated one. Yeah. So I don't want a direct answer. Maybe people can just discuss this, like start listing it out. Yeah. So let's list it out in a smart way. I mean, at least as smart as we can be. So what I'm trying to say is, first of all, we can draw those triangulations in which from one vertex everything is coming out, right? Right? Raghav, are you right? Do you see this, right? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, right. So first we are trying to draw these kind of designs, and these kind, there will be 6 of them, right? 6. It is clear, right, Adityan? Right? Because same thing you can do from A2, same thing from A3, A4, A5. Maybe I'll just draw a rough sketch of another one. Okay, so like this, and then from here I can do, right? So already,
Sir,
yeah.
I did for triangle, it was only 3, and I did it for rectangle, and it is 4.
No. For triangles, it is not 3. For triangle, it is 1. How do you get 3? For a triangle, it's just a triangle.
Vertices.
Huh?
There are 3 vertices.
No. But if you have 3 vertices, then there is just one way to divide it, and that's already what's there in front of us. Right. So for a triangle, it is 1. So for 3-sided, there is actually just one way to divide, right? And for a 4-sided, there are actually 2 ways. 2 ways. And suddenly for 5-sided, it becomes 5. So it doesn't mean that for 6-sided, it's 6. And that's clear that for 6-sided, it will be more than 6, right? So, but you do see that there will be 6 ways to divide it if you follow this kind of scheme, right? That from one vertex, I will draw all the lines. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Like these kind of designs, there will be 6 of them. But there are other kinds of designs, right? Can anybody tell us what other scheme we can take? So maybe I'll draw a figure here and people can, because really we are already finding some kind of pattern inside this complicated problem. So yeah, let's see. What should be the other scheme? So, yeah.
You can draw from another vertex.
Yes, exactly, right. So you don't draw everything from one vertex. Simple. That's the other scheme, right? So that will be more complicated, right? But we can at least start doing it. So we can draw like this. And now you can actually just break the pentagon in many ways.
Or
Right?
you can cut it like this, then this, and then this.
So I'll remove this. Very good. This is another triangulation. And how many are there of this family, in this family? How many of this policy? Right? Because you could have done the same thing. Yeah? No, not 6. I don't think there are 6 of them.
I think that it's
So you can do like this, right? Huh? 3. Okay. What is the other one? Seems only 2. Seems only 2 to me. Yeah. So Raghav, well, I'm just coming to you 1 second. Seems only 2 to me, right? Not 3. There are only 2 kinds of this design. Okay. Raghav, yeah. So
there are only 2 types of those types of designs.
Yeah. Raghav, so what is your method? Let's see, because there are many methods to do this. Yeah.
Yes. 1 minute.
So
can you draw a polygon?
Yeah. So let's draw a hexagon first. Just drawing a hexagon. So let's see what Raghav has to say here. Yeah. So he has another kind of division. Interesting. And finally, we can finally, very good. So this is another kind of policy. Yeah. And how many are there of this type? So this type, no, don't do this. No, so don't cross it. If you cross this, then that's not counted. You remember, we want to divide the figure without overlap. See, this is already divided, right? So if you draw like this, then that becomes a cross. That's not allowed. Okay. So yeah, anyways. So this is another, so Adityan, do you see that this is another kind of design, right?
Yes.
So there are 6 kinds of design here. There are 2 kinds of design here. And what Raghav is saying from here, I think we will get, how many we will get of this type? There will be a few types.
Only 1.
No. See, if are you sure you'll get only 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe that makes sense. No, but what about this then? Raghav, have you thought about this? You can get something like this also, right? This.
Oh, then I can have only 2 methods.
2.
Then 3.
What is the third one, Adityan?
You can also draw like this.
There you go. So he has a third one. Third one. So there are 3. And in each of them, actually, there were 2, right? In each of the designs, there were this one also, right? Like what Raghav had drawn in the beginning, right? like this, right? What he had given, then he drew this. This is also there, right? So there will be 6 of them from this side, right? Because this design and then, so this one, and then if you flip the figure, you will get this. And similarly, in the other one, which I suggested, there are 2. And similarly, the one which Aditya suggested, there are 2. So 2, 2, 2, right? 6 of them. Okay, so we already have 6 plus 6, 12, and 2, 14. Already they're getting 14 designs. Okay. So yeah, so it turns out that there are no more. These are all the designs, yeah? Can any one of you think of any other design? Anyone has any other design for this? No, right? It seems like there is no other design. That makes sense, right? Okay. Yeah, so there are actually no other possibilities. Okay, because I mean, if you, so this is clearly one design, and if you break this figure like this, then you get a pentagon. And if you think about it, we have actually found out all the ways to divide a pentagon, and we have applied it here, right? By the various techniques. So there is actually no other way. So the answer is actually 14. Though this is not 100% clear, but you have to just write out all the designs and just convince yourself that there are no more. So for 6-sided, there are 14 ways. Okay. So can anyone try to summarize what was the stat? Because see, even though we did not even though we did not have a formula for this, we certainly did some kind of grouping into some classes, right? We made some name to some classes and we used some rotation to say there are 6 of this kind, 6 of this, and right. We broke it into kinds at least, right? So can anyone summarize the technique for me in their own perspective, whatever they have understood from this problem? Yeah, just make an attempt. It doesn't have to be, right? There's no right answer to this. It's just a general question. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So no one wants to say no. So it's quite clear actually that, see, in this question, we are trying to break the different configurations into similar classes, right? We try to break the possibilities, or we try to divide the possibilities, I should say rather, divide the possibilities into similar classes, right? Like for example, one design that Raghav mentioned, we created 6 designs out of that. The one design that Adityan mentioned, we created 2 of that. And the one that I started with, there were 6 of that. Okay. And finally, we added them to get 14. That actually provided some sanity to the question. Okay. So yeah, so for this question, for 3-sided, there are 3 ways. For 4-sided, there are 2 ways. For 5-sided, there are 14 ways. No, 5-sided, there are 5 ways. For 6-sided, there are 14 ways. For 7-sided, God knows, we don't know. Can anyone see a pattern in this?
5-sided, I also have one more way.
One more? No, we got 5. You have one more? Please tell us.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Yeah. Can you draw it? So I'll draw a pentagon. So that will be interesting. But I think,
can you draw one?
Yeah. So please show.
So on this line and over here.
No, but we considered this, yeah. We considered this.
No.
No, we actually, so we did this. So we said, so see, that's the idea. We said this, and then we said you take all rotations of this, right? By that we meant, you take this one, and then we also took, basically there was only one family, right? We took this one, and then we took this one, and then there was a 5th one. So I'll draw all of them. Yeah. So from all the vertices, you can do the same thing. Okay. So that was 5 in that case. Yeah. But you see, in this case, the pattern is not easy. So you see, the number of triangles is always n-2, very easy. But how many ways to actually triangulate it? God knows. This is hard. Okay. This problem is called the Catalan problem. Okay. This we cannot do at this level. This requires some, a lot of stuff. The answer is very complicated. So for n-sided polygon, it is n into n-1 into n-. No. For n-sided polygon, it is 2n into 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 2 till 1 multiplied, then n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 till 1 multiplied, and square of this, and then multiply the whole thing by n plus 1. Okay, so we possibly cannot imagine how this is coming, isn't it? But this shows that this subject is very deep. Okay, there's a long way to go before we get there. So this is called 2n choose n divided by 1 by n plus 1. Okay, we of course, I'm not saying we are not doing this at all. Okay, I'm just saying that it has an answer, but that's very far from us right now. Okay, so yeah, so this will be the plan of, this will be how we will be going. And in the next class, what I plan to do is certain more conventional questions. Okay, so next class we will continue with counting, but we will have more conventional questions. This was an intro. Next class we'll do some more conventional questions, and we will try to understand multiplication from a deeper angle and understand the multiplication principle and how to use it in counting questions. Actually, the multiplication was introduced so that we can count things easily, right? But people saw that the same number was appearing every day, like we are burning 5 logs of wood every day. So we just said, okay, 5 into 4. Basically, that's the core of multiplication principle. So we will apply this to solve problems. And yeah, there are many variations in counting problems, different arrangements, seatings, circular arrangements. We will see how far we can go till we can take it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, so that was the class. And yes, so thank you for being here. Then see you on Wednesday 2 p.m. Okay, I will still confirm everything with everyone.